Hello, I'm T.R. Welling, and this is my latest, one of my latest creations. This is a 4-point tower. There's four towers. There's four towers combined into a single structure, and these planes are called eights, and that's from the Elder Futhark. As you can see, if I zoom real closely in, this 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 is Fehu. That's Dagaz, Uruz, Othello. In sequence, obviously, it goes Fehu, Uruz, Thurisaz, Anzuz, Rado, Kanaz, Gabo, and around the circle. Now, what I did for this for convenience sake is I made a double circle side by side. It both goes horizontal, both go those clockwise and counterclockwise at the same time. Then the letters are next to each other, so it's Fehu and Dagaz, Fehu and Dagaz and Fehu, as you can see right here. Fehu, Dagaz, Dagaz, Fehu. Now, the first letter starts the counts. Fehu, you have Uruz, then you have Thurisaz, you have Anzuz, which is really hard to see in this video, but it's there. Anzuz, Kanaz, Gabo, Winjo, around and around. They have equivalency letters of here's Fehu, Futhark, and so on and around. Here I have put the English as a double row. There's the counterclockwise and the clockwise. In a stacked position instead of side by side. This is the Elder Futhark. This is the language of the Vikings. This is the language the Vikings used, although this predates the Vikings by thousands of years. And how do I know this? Because mathematically, I put the Hebrew inside of this sphere, inside of this circle here, and I used a line to connect from the MEM or NUN or TASDETH, I think it is, and then there's SAMECH. You put a line from SAMECH, and you make the Hebrew character with those individual lines inside of this 8. It applies to all Hebrew characters minus the first one, which is a little bit weird. If you put a line from A to L, and then put that singular line in place, and then from the middle of that singular line down to E, and then from the middle of that singular line up to F, that makes LF. That's the first character in the Hebrew alphabet. For meme, it's you start with the M, you go down you circle around to the E and back to the M, which creates the mem character perfectly. These characters are a representation of the progress of life across the year and across the day, and because the mathematics of a day and the mathematics of a year are roughly equivalent to each other. Winter, night, summer, and midday are metaphorically equivalent to each other. So you have the summer, and the one of the calendars of the Elder Futhark starts at midsummer. The F starts at midsummer. You have and then June 22nd. This entire calendar, this entire Futhark is based off of the 8 fixed points in the Earth's orbit around the sun. Each of them being 365.4 days long, and those calendars, there's 8 of them that gear into each other, are kind of where this is based off of, because this is the primary 4. You have you would have midsummer, midwinter, and then Easter and Halloween that balance each other. And the Easter and Halloween, they don't balance each other perfectly according to the 8, but they do balance each other according to what's going on over the course of the year. Now, according to the primary purpose of this collection of whatever is this. As you look down, you see characters. You see characters. You see characters. You see characters. And characters. Now, each one of these characters, mind you, this being Jera, has a Latin equivalency, which would be J. J and Jera. As you look down through the sequence, depending on what the counts are, it's been 200 some years since 1776. That those letters, those numbers equivalency have an equivalency, if I can speak English, to letters, and those letters correspond to these letters. So you have a collection of letters this direction, and you have each one of these layers has its own collection of counts that are associated with this specific thing. Now, this specific thing, this plane of existence, this plane here, this 8 plane, is a representation of any given item that you want to attract to. In the center here, you would have down here, you would have your own personal count. This is your own personal life. And then the layer above that would be the things that your own personal life being yourself, your bedroom, the house, whatever happens inside of this circle is your own personal constellation. The points of the constellation would be your job, the bedroom, a job, a bedroom, a place that you go shopping for food, a place that you go shopping for clothing, a place that you go for entertainment, a place that you go for other types of entertainment, places that you go daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, biannually, or so. That's the points of the constellations. Now, occasionally you will go outside of your normal fixed constellation to a larger area. You will travel around your county. You will go around your state. You will go around the area your state is located in. And for me specifically, it's the Pacific Northwest. That'd be Idaho and Oregon and the northern part of California. And then of course you have the West Coast, and you have more layers that are not depicted here, but you have more layers up to and including the United States, the Northern Hemisphere, and various assorted other layers that are not depicted. And when you look down through those layers create an elevator of letters, and the numbers letters become the same thing, and the constellation and how long you've been working with that constellation is the numbers of your life.